Hello and welcome to another episode of The Femme Frequency. All my ladies, come in closer because today we are chatting all things skincare, not to neglect the guys out there because this is for you too, but we are chatting all things skin treatment, skincare, and what you need to know and not do. But of course, for that, we have the expert in house, Johané Supra, who's a dermal esthetician. Johané,
I'm
welcome.
so excited to be here. Thank
I'm
you for having me.
only a pleasure. I'm so glad that you are here. We've been trying for a while to get
We
you in.
have, we have, but we're finally here.
We're finally here, and we are here to talk about something that I think is trending, that is on
Definitely.
everyone's minds, everyone's talking about it, and that's skincare.
Yes, definitely. And skincare has become such a massive thing,
Yeah.
not just worldwide. It's a TikTok trend, it's a Facebook
Yes.
trend, it is everyone's got something at home.
Yeah, no, definitely. So, before we get into the detail and into the meat of the conversation, tell us more about yourself. Your qualification was a big word, dermal esthetician. So, what is it that you do?
So I actually studied at Isa Carstens,
Okay.
phenomenal school. It is a 3 year, it's a 3 to 4 year course. So the 3 years is somatology.
Okay.
And then you can decide to do your fourth year, and that's doing your Advanced Dermal Aesthetics diploma.
Okay.
It's actually nice. It's a NQF level 7, so it 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 uh, it puts you aside from just your normal somatologist because we can do a little bit more of aesthetic procedures, a little bit more of the in depth of the skin. We can work on more conditions, skin conditions, acne, scarring, pigmentation, anti-aging, so much more. We are legal to do some lasers, microneedlings, and all of the aesthetic procedures that's out there. Yes.
Okay, great. So you've mentioned a lot of things now. And if someone is watching this, listening to this, and they want to start this skin journey, it can be a bit overwhelming in the beginning. So where do you start? Does it all start with a consultation? Who do you speak to? Can you take us through step one?
Yes, of course. So I think the most important is not doing just a treatment. If you want to start a proper skincare journey, do a consultation. We are qualified to analyze every single concern of the skin. We look at your home care, your lifestyle, your diet, your hormones. We look at a lot of a broad spectrum. Your lifestyle, are you active? Are you not active? Are you outside? So we want to get to know who you are as a person as well, because that says a lot about your skin. And I always say what's happening inside internally can also shows on the external side. So
That's so
you can
true.
tell a lot of a person's lifestyle by just looking at their skin.
Wow.
So the consultation is very important because there we can assess and see what ingredients. So we look at not just specifically product houses, we look at ingredients, what your skin needs. And also then we can recommend the treatments because it goes two ways. Your treatments are usually your boosters and it will help you improve and get amazing results, but it's not the quick fix at
Yeah.
the end of the day. So
Yeah.
you need to later on look at the active ingredients in your skin routine because that is actually where your long-term effects and your long-term results will lay at the end of the day. So but we walk a journey
Yeah.
and we love it. So we love it when someone books a consultation. We've got a little tool called the Woods Lamp, and it's an amazing tool. It actually shows the deeper layers of the skin where
Is
we
it
can
where you do the
see.
scan of your face?
So that is the Visia, but we don't have
Okay.
a Visia, but we've
Okay.
got literally the same, I almost want to say, light
Okay.
effect that the Visia has, but we
Okay.
just have it in a portable one. The technology is quite nice because we
Yes.
can scan the skin, we can exactly see the bacteria levels, we can see the pigmentation levels, what type of pigmentation we're dealing with, what um, what is actually happening under the skin, because sometimes the surface looks nice and clean,
Yeah.
but under everything there's pigmentation or other factors. And then if you want to do a certain treatment, it can maybe aggravate those underlying conditions that if you don't know it, then it can trigger. So it's quite nice for us because we really get like a good, clear view of your
Wow.
skin.
Johané, can I just say, I'm feeling a bit exposed at the moment because everything you're saying, and it makes sense, and everything you put in your body, it shows on your skin.
Yes.
And just reflecting on my own journey, there are months that are better than others, but also worse than others. But I can see that in my skin. So if I've been committed and disciplined with, exercising and eating correctly, I am glowing,
Yeah.
but you can see when that has not been happening.
I think we still need to just acknowledge that the skin is an organ and it's our biggest organ. And I always say what you put into your body will basically reflect. And just another fun fact about the skin and why water is so important. So we all have been trained to drink, or well, not, or educated to
Yeah.
drink 8 glasses of water.
Yes.
But why 8 glasses of water? So think
Your
about it.
teacher and your parents just told you that you must drink 8 glasses of
But
water.
who drinks 8 glasses of
Yeah.
water, if you think of it? So I always explain to my clients, and that always comes into a conversation, because some people will say, oh, my skin's so dry, but I do drink a lot of water and this and this and this.
Yeah.
But it does do something on the skin, but it's not all that. But just to get back to the glasses is, if you drink, you think of it first. Like if you drink your first glass of water, it goes to your heart, okay, because that's your organ that's like the most important.
Yeah.
And your second glass goes to your lungs and for you to breathe, and then your third one maybe goes to your brain. So each glass have like a specific route to follow. So I always say the last part of anything that's happening inside of your body that will reflect outside is the last thing that you take. So if you take oral medication, let's say
Your vitamins.
and
Yeah.
stuff like that, you should actually drink the correct quantity of it, because then it actually can go and work internally as well as externally on your skin. So that
Okay.
eight glass of water is literally for your skin. So you're drinking that last glass for your skin, because that's your last organ that will absorb anything internally in your body.
No one has ever explained it to me that way. I need all my teachers to be watching this. So the last product or whatever you've taken in your body or you drank, that is going to your skin.
Yeah, I think it's more to do with, if you look at vitamins, the quantity of it. So also like your collagen. Think of it as collagen is also a very big word in the industry.
Yes.
And a lot of the people think, yeah, but I'm drinking it for my skin. But you should have the correct formulation of collagen. There's so many collagens out there. So there's specific,
Yeah.
it's specifically in a almost like a Dalton size, and the absorption of how it works inside of the body to actually go to the skin. Because
Yes.
remember, our
Okay.
bones also needs collagen. Our everything inside of us, our eyes are made of collagen. So obviously, if you take something orally, don't take it for your skin. Take it for the right reasons. Your skin will get the extra benefits
Eventually.
of it. Eventually.
Yeah.
So definitely take your collagen as
Yeah.
well, and drink your 8 glass of water.
Yeah.
But exactly, I always say, don't just do that for your skin, because it's not going to do much. We do have a lot of external factors as well, as your sun,
Yeah.
pollution, stress, air cons, smoking, drinking, coffee. So there's so many external factors that can play a role on your skin as well. So that is where we come in as therapists,
Yeah.
to actually educate you on topically, to apply topical ingredients on your skin.
Okay.
And the topical will definitely work better. So if you do take in collagen and you use topical active ingredients for your skin, then yes, the collagen will keep your own skin healthy
Yeah.
and long term, and you'll actually get better results from treatments in the long run, because you are taking care of your internal as well
And-
as your external.
Yeah. And that is why we have the expert here. It makes so much sense. So, Johanné, I think I want to take it a step further now.
Okay.
I know you deal with your non-surgical treatments or do you call it non-surgical and surgical?
Yeah, we call it aesthetic treatments, and then
Okay.
your we do non-surgical procedures. We don't do surgical procedures at all, but
Okay.
we do have very active treatments, such as our plasma treatments that can have a view on a
Okay. Yeah.
non-surgical treatment.
But if you can maybe just list some of the non-surgical treatments that you do.
So we have a variety of chemical peels. Of course, chemical peels, you get a lot of different strengths out there. We do a broad spectrum of chemical peels. We do your dermal microneedlings, such as your Dermal Pen 4. We also do Nd:YAG laser treatments, carbon laser. We also do radiofrequency skin tightening, plasma is a non-surgical, also
Okay.
non-surgical eye lift treatments or neck lift treatments. Um, sure, the list goes on, but the technology, the nice thing about the technology actually um, works in our favor as well. So if there's new
Okay.
things coming out in the industry, we are the first ones to know about it, and
Okay.
we want to have the first technology insights. For instance, we have a dermapen injector, for instance. So the dermapen injector is quite nice because it is dermapen microneedling treatment, but we can put actives such as your stem cells or exosomes or cross-linked hyaluronic acid inside of the tube, and then it basically injects via the needling of the skin. So you do
Okay.
get long-term hydration from that. So we do tailor it specifically for your needs at the end of the day.
Okay.
Yeah.
So speaking of needs, if you could maybe touch on some of the areas on specifically women's facial features that over time might need more care, more attention, and what would the treatment be for that? So, for example, if you look at the eyes and you want to rejuvenate and wake up the eyes a little bit, what treatment would you suggest for that?
So eyes is actually a very common concern because it can
Okay.
be genetically as well as excessive skin or puffiness under the eyes or on
Yeah.
top of the eyes. So there's a lot of factors regarding that. But if you want like a lifting treatment and you want a brow lift and to wake up the eyes a little bit, I would say to consult with a doctor for a little bit of Botox because they can do a nice brow lift for you that will definitely open up the eye area. If you're looking at excess skin around your eyes, then our plasma non-surgical eye lift treatment is definitely more effective for that. So it's not a blepharoplasty, but it do
I've seen
come.
that word.
Yes.
I've seen that
So
word.
blepharoplasty is usually what the plastic surgeons will do to take away excess skin. But
Okay.
mostly you have to be a good candidate. You have to have a lot of excess skin. And not all of us are 60 plus and are then only a candidate for the treatment. So we have a genetic factor. For instance, I had a genetic factor. I always laughed because my parents always told me that I had my oma's droopy eyes, and I don't know what that was droopy
Yeah.
eyes. So actually 6 years ago, I was the guinea pig then when we did the training for the plasma eyelids. And then I was the guinea pig. I was like, because I need to know if something works. Because I can't tell you it's
Yeah.
working if
Yeah.
I haven't tried it yet. So then I actually did my eyelids, just my top lids. And it's been 6 years already. And I've done one treatment. Obviously,
Wow.
I am still young. I do take collagen. I do take care of my skin. So that obviously plays a big
Yeah.
role as well in order for you to keep your results long term. But the nice thing is I still have that lift. I don't have excess skin. So it's really something that we do offer at our clinic,
Okay.
and our clients get amazing results. And it just takes time. With every good thing, it takes time. There's nothing like a quick fix.
A
Some
magic
people,
wand where you
if
just looking
only,
perfect.
if
Yeah.
only.
Yeah.
But it is a much more affordable way to have a non-surgical eye treatment.
Okay.
You might need 2 or 3 sessions in some people. That's why the consultation is definitely a must.
Yeah.
But it is effective and it does work. And for your budget wise, you don't need to pay. I'm not even sure how much a blepharoplasty cost, but let's say over 30 grand. You don't need to pay that money. So where we offer it for a much more budget-friendly
Yeah.
treatment, as well as very effective and with long-term results at the end of the day.
Yeah. And what are the other areas maybe on, the facial features of women that we could address?
So, if you look at aging, then definitely your nasolabial folds will start to show more. You will have jowls, so that's usually what we call the bulldog look. So then
Is that by the
the jowls
the
start
chin?
to hang a little bit.
Okay.
Those type of treatments, then you do need to consult. I would suggest consulting a doctor because our treatments can only go so far, and I believe in definitely doing a little bit of Botox and fillers because filler plumps. So if you do have a very prominent nasolabial fold, then a little bit of filler, it's really unnoticeable. And if you do it with the correct doctor, um, and also the amount of it's not, everyone is scared of when it comes to Botox and fillers because they think
Yes.
they're going to look completely different. But if you are, like I said, in the correct hands of a doctor and you don't do a facelift, but you
Yeah.
do here and there something like maybe like a cheek filler for that lift or a nasolabial filler, it really goes unnoticed in people, and also it lasts long. So with filler is if you need plumping and volume,
Okay.
think of filler. So
Yeah.
anything below the eye area is filler. Everything above the eye area and upwards is Botox.
Botox.
So with your frown and your forehead lines and your crow's feet here,
Yeah.
that's usually where your Botox would then come in and work because it's more you're working against muscle that you
Okay.
want to activate. Where under the eye, you're working with volume loss. So if you do get sagging, you want a lift. So you do want to. So don't
Okay.
start too late because then it
Mm.
can look unnatural.
Yeah.
Because then the doctors need to put in so much at the end of the day. But you can work with a little bit by little bit. I always say, and our doctors would also agree, and will also explain to the clients what you do in your skin is also very important because you need to keep your collagen healthy because your collagen. A fun fact about collagen. Sorry, I love
I'm
what I
loving
do.
all the fun
I
facts.
love
Give it. It's fine. We are here today for the fun facts.
I love it. Like I love knowledge. So if I
Yeah.
can share as much, I love it. Because you don't know what you don't know, and I didn't know.
Yes.
So so with collagen is our skin makes collagen
Yeah.
up until 25 years old.
Basically, my skin has not been making for 9 years. Like, my skin hasn't made collagen for 9 years. So
Exactly.
only up until 25.
Up until 25, your skin makes collagen. After that, your skin does not make collagen. It starts to deplete. So it starts to deplete actually with a 1%. And then later on, after 35, it depletes with like 2%. And after 40, it actually starts depleting with 5 and 10%.
Wow,
So
that's a lot.
every person's different. Genetics is also a big thing. But so I always say, like, you have to start thinking of treatments at least. 30 is a good age to start with. Let's say if you want prevention for aging. A lot of people have started aging after 25 already because our climate is a lot of factors that. But any case, so we want to stimulate collagen to actually keep your skin healthy. And that is usually via your microneedling dermapen treatments, your chemical peels, your Nd:YAG lasers. So if you combine our aesthetic procedures with your Botox and fillers, you will age gracefully. You will not have to one day take out a loan for your face to make you look fresh at the end of the day.
We're not all Kris Jenner. Like, not all of
No,
us can
please.
do that.
She looks amazing, by the way.
She does.
But also they also have skincare.
Yeah.
So they are they have the best brands and the best ingredients, and they also do the vampire facials and treatments and all of that.
Johané, hang on. Vampire facial.
So it's usually, so there's two. The vampire facial the Kardashians always talk about is the plasma platelets. So they draw your blood and they spin it, and it's a whole procedure basically, and then they needle it into the skin, where technology
Oh,
has
wow.
changed, and we actually do get. So now it changed a bit into stem cells and exosomes. So for skin health, skin rejuvenation, so that we do needle in. So you do get other procedures, but your microneedling is more your vampire facial.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay, something
yes.
similar.
But you can add and make it active.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
Johané, who's the perfect candidate for this in terms of age? Like, how early do we start? You mentioned that, the best form of self-care is actually to just start maintaining and not only start when you need to prevent certain things or when you need to do a whole facelift. But how can too early be too early? Or when do we start?
So we definitely tailor each skin condition, because maybe it all depends. So regarding aging, there's never a too early, because remember,
Okay.
our skin stops making collagen after 25. So
Yeah.
25 is a good time to start investing in yourself. I always say invest in yourself. Look at yourself as an investment, because we only have one skin.
Yeah.
So if you can prevent from what, I mean, we can't do anything about our external factors. We can't do anything about the weather, our stress. You can do a lot with your lifestyle as well, because that does make a big thing out of your aging, your genetics. But if you do struggle with acne or pigmentation, that's completely different aspects that
Yeah.
we can look at. And that is with any age you can start with. But for prevention, I would say doing one microneedling a year, or even just investing in the proper skincare,
Yeah.
not using too much as well, because it's not necessary to be young and in your 20s and be on this whole range of products, but it's not going to work on a condition if there's not a problem as well. So some, let's
Okay.
say, growth factors will actually only work on people that has a loss of growth factors due to aging, let's say from mid 40s and upwards. So if I'm using growth factors now, it's just the hype of it. It's not really going to do something. So that is where our consultation is very important, because we look at everything, where you are now, your age, your lifestyle, everything, so that we can make a treatment as well as a protocol for your skin. And the nice thing is, if you do start young, then you don't need a lot.
Okay.
And then if you want to cure, let's say you are already sitting with all these concerns and now you want to take 10 to 20 years off, that is where it becomes expensive. That is where it becomes invasive as well. So we would need to do a little bit more of your invasive treatments, because we need to layer and break down and rebuild and re-stimulate and put back into the skin what
That
was a
sounds a lot.
lot. And that's a lot. So
Yeah.
I always say prevention is better than curing.
Yeah.
And you will always hear me say that, because that is, if you're not sitting with a problem but you want to start and you
Yeah.
want to start preventing, you can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got the age thing out of the way, and you mentioned something about affordability. And I think most people will have this preconceived idea that these type of treatments are so expensive and it's so out of my budget. Um, Something that I've recently heard about Botox, someone told me, listen, one session is not that expensive, but where the problem comes in, I think, is that you need to continue doing it. And that's where it actually all adds up, because now I'm doing it every third month. So it's, a bulk cost if you look at it at the end of the year. You're like, I had to do this so many times. So, how does this look like on our pockets?
So that is, I must say, where I've been in the industry for so long, and I've worked with so many different type of things and clients and people, and one of the things is budget,
Yeah.
definitely. we don't have just an open budget to come and just do everything. I mean, that
No.
would be great if we
Yeah.
could. But the nice thing about it, so that is a principle that I stand on personally at ReSkin, is we do take that very big in consideration. And that is why with our consultation, we will give you the correct advice and also affordability. So we are very honest, and we want you to be honest and open with us as well. And the thing is, it's not actually that expensive. So yes, if you think of, that's why a lot of people run to cosmetic products, for instance. So there's a difference between cosmetic products and medical grade products. So cosmetic products, yes, there's nothing wrong with cosmetic products.
And that's what
But
you'll find at your store.
yes,
in
that
the
you
okay.
can, I always say, if you can go into a store and pick a product and choose what you want, and no one's advising you, then that's a cosmetic product. But if
Okay.
you go in, because you will never be able to do that if something is really active, for instance, like a retinol or stuff like that. So they are not legally advised to actually put small molecular sizes or high quantity of ingredients inside of the products.
Okay.
They would say like they have a 1%, but it means that in the whole bottle, there might be like a 1%, where in
Okay.
our products like 100%, for instance. They won't tell
Sure.
you.
That is a
You
massive
see,
difference.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's a big difference. But again, if you look at the long-term things as well as education, so we educate our clients, and what we do is we don't want you to spend all of this money and buy all of the skincare. We will slot it in your routine
Okay.
for you. So
Okay.
I don't believe in just throwing everything away and start with like a 10,000 rand worth of products. No,
Yeah.
we can ease it in, and when something finishes, then you slot it in. For instance, a lamel cleanser. A lamel cleanser is probably 300 rand and lasts you 3 to 4 months. So it's really not that expensive.
That's doable.
That's doable.
That's doable.
There is, so we do have, we look at your needs as well. So
Yeah.
if you really need a form of retinol, we will tell you, okay, this is your retinol. So skip your treatment for 2 months, or let's not do a treatment and invest in this, and then you can buy this separately, and that will probably last you 6 months.
Yeah.
So the longevity of how the products will last, that we do take in consideration, as well as the treatment. So
Yeah.
I would rather say, okay, but rather do microneedling, for instance, because microneedling has a 3 to 6 month worth of collagen induction for your skin. So that, I must say, is a really nice investment, because let's say for your skin, you don't have lines and wrinkles, you have a beautiful texture, you have a beautiful skin.
Thank you. I feel so exposed right now.
No, you do. And
Yeah.
the thing is, if you would start doing a treatment, I would say start doing microneedling, because microneedling once or twice a year. Every now and then, if you do have a textural problem, or you
Yeah.
feel you just need a glow, then you do like a glycolic or a lactic chemical peel. So and that's not so expensive.
Yeah.
So with our doctors, regarding the price range of aesthetic procedures, is be with the correct doctor as well, because you as a patient don't know how much you're actually putting in and how much you're charging. So our doctors are actually very nice. They're also budget friendly, and they educate you. I'm going to use 20 units on this area, and this is the cost. Where other people will say, or let's say you come in and our doctor asks you, but how much did you spend on your frown area?
Yeah.
And they tell you, like, oh no, I spent 5,000 rand. That's ridiculous. So some doctor or someone actually took advantage of the patient, because you don't know how much you're actually putting in.
Exactly.
So yeah,
you
you
wouldn't
need
know.
to.
Yeah. So you wouldn't know how much you're getting for the 5,000.
That's the thing, because if
Okay.
you look at, from what we know and our knowledge, if you do the frown, the forehead, and the crow's feet, you are looking for all three areas, maybe looking about like 3 to 4,000 rand.
Okay.
Okay, depending on the amount of units.
Okay.
I'm not a doctor, so I can't tell exactly, but it should at least be more areas that you do, not just the
Okay.
frown area. For
Okay.
instance, the frown area is usually around about 20 to 30 units for, let's say, prevention, or if you're looking at a male, it can be a lot more units. But yeah, that is why your consultation with your doctor is also very important, because you don't know.
Definitely. And I do feel that everything you are mentioning, it all starts with that consultation.
Yeah. And
So,
efficacy. Like, I
exactly.
feel if you can trust a person and their background and their educationalist and stuff, that would give you more clarity as well if this person is taking you for a ride,
Yeah.
because we will not.
Yeah.
And I would rather give you well, that is why we offer a complimentary skin consultation. I don't even charge for to do a 30 to 40-minute consultation. Yes, it is my time. Yes, I am going to invest, but it is my way to invest in you as a client to come in and to actually what you to give you the advice for
Yeah.
free, basically. So where other
Wow.
places do charge consultations, I mean, I can charge a consultation, but I don't want that, because I feel that we can help so many people. For instance, we have got car guards and cleaners as clients, because every person has a skin need. So what can we offer, and how can we make a difference in every walk of life
Yeah.
out there? So that is something that we stand for at ReSkin, is to really help every single person and make it budget friendly for every person out there.
Wow. You know, I really love what you just mentioned because I think that, you know, particularly this industry can become very exclusive and only certain people can do it and only certain people have access to certain things. But the fact that you are making it accessible, because skincare is important, and it's not just important for a certain group of people that earns this amount of money, it's important for everyone.
Definitely.
So thank you.
Hmm.
I love that.
Yes.
I think that that's just so fabulous.
Yeah.
Um, we spoke about the good things. Now we need to speak about, I think, the dark side of, what
Ooh.
happens and people that's doing injections from their bedroom and you don't know what is being put in your face. So, what do we need to look out for? If someone is doing this at a much cheaper, cost and you're feeling a little bit, you are suspicious, what can you look for as a potential client? What are things that you need to ask this person? Do you have this degree?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, so help us here.
Yeah, I think so. Our industry grew a lot. I must say, within, let's say, even the 5 years. I think after COVID, it actually grew because of TikTok and of all this
Yeah.
internet, and also the technology
Yeah.
has. I mean, we have AI and all of these
Yeah.
things available, and in the past, I think there wasn't a lot of um,
Information.
your information, but also it wasn't strict for who can do what type of treatments in the industry.
Okay.
So for instance, the qualifications that we did, I was the second group of people that did the advanced dermal aesthetics.
Okay.
So yes, now it's starting to become a thing to have a certain qualification, and that is becoming very recognized with product houses, with laser companies. So I must say, every single product house that I bring in, they want my qualification. So I'm not allowed to do any medical treatments or use their products or stock their products or have a specific equipment if I don't have a specific qualification. So I
Okay.
must say it became very strict.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm glad.
I'm also glad,
Yeah.
because what happened in the past, and remember, the fourth year wasn't available to everyone. And I don't say everyone should have the fourth year to be able to do certain treatments, but unfortunately, our law in our industry has become very difficult, and
Okay.
they are looking into bringing in a lot of changes, because we can't have beauty and aesthetics in the same room anymore. It's completely different. And unfortunately, they are going to start closing salons if they don't have a specific qualifications. That is just unfortunately where we are
Yeah.
where we are at the law of it.
Okay.
But I must say, there is, yeah, what I wanted to say is there's people that, let's say, did a 1-year course or did a 2-year course, but they did it 30 years ago or 20 years ago, and now they're doing microneedling and stuff like that. So,
And so much has changed
and
since
so much has changed.
1976.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But we are constantly educating ourselves. So we go on trainings, we do meetings with our reps on a monthly basis. So we do get education. We do need certain tests every single month or yearly that we need to submit to certain product houses, so that they also know that we're actually educated to do this type
Yeah.
of procedures, because we are working in the dermal layers. And unfortunately, there is people that can just buy a pen, a microneedling device off Takealot or of, I've heard, Temu.
What? Online?
Yeah.
Online
So
skincare?
that's the thing. Remember, you don't know.
Wow.
If you come to my practice, you're not going to ask me, where's your qualifications?
We don't
Show me
ask. No.
what you can do. You don't ask these things because you trust the brand. You trust because I'm doing the treatments. I'm performing the treatment. So I definitely think qualification is a must.
Yeah.
Having a somatology diploma or advanced dermal aesthetics is obviously much better,
Yeah.
because then you know, okay, you're in safe hands and you can actually, the qualifications. Isa Carstens has an amazing backing for us, and yeah, there is other institutes that is also out there that also have amazing schools and stuff, but the qualification is somatology or advanced dermal aesthetics. So
Okay.
the advanced dermal aesthetics is the one that I must say is taking over now because of the legal, all the legal things happening in our industry of who
Okay.
can do what and so forth. Because yes, unfortunately, there is nail techs that didn't study nails, but now they're opening a salon doing facials.
A
And
fully fledged salon with all these type of treatments available.
also remember, the product houses are the ones that actually will give it away of who can do what. So if you look at your reliable brands, remember they will not give a back door to someone and just say, okay, but you can sell Lamel, because Lamel has very active ingredients. For instance, I'm just taking it as an
Yeah.
example. Lamel has very active ingredients, and you do need, like I said, a certain qualification to actually have the products. So
Okay.
if someone is just using a la-di-da skincare, then it's not necessarily a medical skincare, but a
Okay.
cosmetic one, then it also says a lot about the practice or the clinic or what you can accomplish. So always ask the qualification,
Okay.
um, price range as well, because if someone is charging 650 Rand for a microneedling, then they did bought it off Takealot or
Okay.
something. Yes, there is very affordable needles out there. I'm not sure the sterilization of the needles and the bluntness of the needles. So we only purchase our needles via our companies that has the medical license for it, that is FDA approved. That same with the chemical peels. I mean, we only stock medical grade chemical peels
Okay.
because it depends on the pH, and you can actually cause a burn on someone if you are doing acid on them and you're not qualified to look at the skin. So unfortunately, we see a lot of this happening in our clinic. A lot of people doing laser treatments on certain conditions that worsens it, that we need to fix. Also, microneedling. If you can buy a pen, and if you do the microneedling yourself, how do you know what depth you need to work on?
Exactly.
How do you know how long the skin takes to recover? You don't know that. So if you do microneedling once a week on your skin, you can cause a massive scar collagen under the skin, meaning your skin can literally fall in at the end of the day. And you don't want problems or pigmentation or things that you didn't have. So
Yeah.
I would rather say trust us, because
Yeah.
we did study for this. We know exactly what to do. We are not a TikTok trend. We are
Yeah.
actually
The real
doing the
deal.
real deal.
Yeah.
And we will do it properly for you.
Yeah.
And also it depends on what you needle into the skin, for instance. So there is specific Dalton. A Dalton is a specific molecular size that that the skin will allow to penetrate, and that we can actually legally needle into the skin. So that's also medical great product houses that will provide us with that. But also, again, you need to have certain qualification in
Yeah.
order to even stock those products.
Yeah. Listen, yeah, and as you're explaining all of this, and maybe it's still not, sinking into someone's brain that you cannot just go to a back door to inject filler or you don't know what's in that
Yeah.
needle. What can happen to you if the incorrect dosage is used or the substance is a dangerous substance that's in the needle? What can happen to you?
Specifically with your filler or your Botox, you can actually cause skin death. So it can your skin can
Your skin can die?
you can literally
You,
die.
sorry, it's not funny, but your
But
skin
yeah, and
can
you can cause
die.
infection. You can cause obviously abnormal. Your eye can drop maybe, and then you have like a one eye drop and the other eye lifted. Okay, that can happen to any doctor as well. But um, it is important also to know exactly what your doctor is using. So
Okay.
there is a few botulinum toxins out there. You do get your Xuman, your Botox. Botox is the brand
Okay.
Botox,
Okay.
but Botox, the ingredient of Botox is botulinum toxin. So Xuman has it in. It just depends on how they mix it. So,
Okay.
but that the doctors know more of. Your Dysport and your Botox. So that's the three main toxins that we do use in South Africa, and that's legal. And our filler, there's a lot of brands out there. What is inside of filler is cross-linked hyaluronic acid, and cross-linked hyaluronic acid, specific hyaluronic acid that actually binds with your collagen. So while they inject it, it will also have that long-lasting effect and so forth. But yeah, you can cause a lot of damage if a person don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
And I think having a consultation as well with the doctor and knowing also
So important.
qualifications is also
Yeah.
important. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So before I let you go, I feel that you also need to just bust some myths for us. So
Oh,
many
goodness. So many myths.
so many things get told to you when you're at school, when you're a young adult, and sometimes it's just not true. Someone just said it randomly, and now 10 people are running with it, and
Yeah.
for the next 10 years, we are saying this, and we believing it. So, what are some of the myths out there that you've heard where you're like, no, that's actually not true, and it
Yeah.
doesn't happen that way?
Well, firstly, TikTok trends.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
TikTok trend is definitely a myth because, yeah, it is. Don't always listen what you hear
To the
online.
hacks, like when they're like, these are easy hacks to get a firmer,
Yeah, I
a
think
firmer
it's
face.
confusing to people as
It's
well because
very,
this influencer, remember, they get all these products for free, or they buy
yes.
products, they get sponsored, and now they advertise these products. But remember what's happening with your skin and with this skin, and I see this on a daily basis. Oh yeah, but I see this on TikTok. Oh, but I saw this ingredient. Oh, but so it's all big words. Everyone wants to
Yeah.
say hyaluronic acid, niacinamide, tranexamic acid, retinol, da 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 da. But
Yeah.
is that actually for
What
your
you,
skin? Because I've heard so many people being on this and this and this, and I'm like, that is why your skin is in this condition because you're
wow.
using, firstly, too much actives. So, using too much active ingredients is also not good on the skin. So, just because you have a brand word or something sounds nice or something sounds
Mm.
moisturizing or what doesn't mean it's actually good for your skin or to use so many things all at once. Your skin needs time for prepping. There's a prepping time on your skin. For instance, you can use a whole lot of different actives on your skin, but the correct pH, the correct molecular size, and also if it's correct for your skin type. If your skin is reactive, then I would avoid certain ingredients. So I think the best thing is to know exactly what your skin can handle,
Yeah.
and then yes, you can add actives into your skin routine, but also the correct ones for
Yeah.
your skin, not just a TikTok trend, please.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's one of the big things that we do see. The other one is oiliness doesn't need moisture, but I must say that's false because oily skins do need moisture.
Okay.
Yeah,
Because
so
normally you try and like starve the skin
yes.
from any moisture if it's
So
looking very
actually, a
moisturized.
fun fact about that is you're damaging your skin barrier even more and you're producing more oil on your own skin at the end of the day. So we have this layer on the skin. It's called our barrier. Okay.
Okay.
So it's a layer that protects our skin from the external environment as well, internal environment. But we have that barrier has a specific pH of the skin. So we have all been taught, I'm going to take you back to school now.
Okay. Yeah.
So think of if you look at water,
Okay.
what pH is water?
Is it what pH?
It's
Seven?
7.
Seven.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're not
So
you're not you know, we know.
I'm like H2O
Is this a
7.
trick?
What is this a
Trick
trick
question.
question?
Exactly. So
Yeah.
7 is a neutral pH. Okay. Anything above 7, so it's usually acidic. No, sorry. It is alkaline.
Okay.
Okay. Everything below 7 is acidic.
Okay.
Okay. So our skin's barrier is usually around about a 4.5 to 5.5 pH. It's quite acidic.
And that's like okay, so naturally that
That is
could be okay.
Yeah, so it depends on if you have more oil, more dehydration, what the case may be. But so it's in between that. So that's also why, again, medical products knows this. So they make products around your skin, the skin's natural pH, so they can penetrate deeper.
Okay.
Yeah. But let's say, for instance, you're washing now with a soap, okay, that has a bit of sulfates and soapy ingredients. So that soapy ingredients is alkaline. Okay. Now you're taking this high pH and stripping your natural pH that's actually acidic. Now your skin is vulnerable. So I've heard so many times if someone comes and they have an oily skin, I always ask them with why do you wash your skin?
They're like, I don't because my skin is oily.
Or with soap,
With
because
soap,
I need
okay.
to strip the oil. But
Yeah.
actually, that is the problem, because if you're stripping your natural pH, then you are, remember, there's cell communication. It's an organ. So we have 3 big layers in the skin. We have your epidermal layers, your dermal layer, and your hypodermis. So your epidermal layers, your line of defense sits on top. So the moment you strip that, all your
Exposed.
and the cell communication starts happening and says, listen. Okay, but now all of the water starts to evaporate. So now, because there's no protections, because your natural pH isn't there anymore, your barrier is not intact. So now all of your water starts evaporating out of your skin. Now your skin will communicate and tell your sebaceous glands, that your oil glands, listen, we need lubrication on top of the skin.
We need more of
We
you.
need help. We need a barrier because we can't be exposed. And that is when your oil gland starts to overproduce oil, and then it starts to go and sit there. Remember, you don't have your barrier, so there's bacteria sitting on top of that, and it's going into the pores and it's clogging the pores. You're sitting with acne, you're sitting with congestion. And usually, our biggest thing that we do see with results regarding acne and oily skins, mostly oily skins, is your cleanser. Your cleanser is so important, and with what you wash your skin, because that's your first line of defense. If you're not cleansing with the correct cleanser and pH for your skin, remember, dry skin's different, all of that's different, but that can make a massive impact in all your cells, and then it can cause pigmentation, it can cause aging, because remember, your skin's exposed now. There isn't anything to protect it. So your barrier is your first line of defense when it comes to all skincare. So yes, the oily skin do need moisture as well, because it needs to keep the hydration also. And if you later on, let's say your skin genetically gives more oil, produce more oil, then you can get a cleanser or a little bit of salicylic acid or something that will help dissolve the oils and help to regulate that, but also the correct formulation. And then if you do still experience dryness, that also means that you have a barrier problem. So we do need to add the moisture factor as well, such as your hyaluronic acid or your niacinamide. So there's a lot of factors that we look at when you come in. Yeah.
So much.
But we educate our clients. So we will tell you exactly where this comes from. Remember, internally with oily skins and acne, it's also a big thing, because if you don't have a healthy gut, and you can be fit and skinny and all of that, but if you have a inflamed gut, then
It's still gonna show.
it's still going to cause acne on
Yeah.
the skin. So you do need to take your probiotic or your omega-3s to help with inflammation in your
Yeah.
body. Um, your collagens help with that.
Yeah.
So there's really a lot of factors that we do look
Yeah.
into. Yeah.
It's really all just like an holistic approach. I
Yeah.
think that's always the best. It's never one size fits all. It's never a
No.
magic wand. It takes a journey, it's time, and um you need to get the expert in the room. You need
Exactly.
to. This cannot be done via a random online store or someone that's just doing it for fun.
Or
No,
ChatGPT.
please no. I mean,
Dr.
yeah,
GPT. Oh my
doctor.
goodness. I have heard so many
I'm one.
people that told me, ChatGPT told me I should use
Oh
this.
my
Okay, but
goodness.
very cool. So I had this client. So she came in and she told us that basically she put all her concerns onto ChatGPT and ChatGPT recommended ReSkin. I'm like,
Really?
we're on ChatGPT.
So, and
How amazing.
was it geographically? Did you say I'm based in this
No,
area?
she just put it in her concerns. She actually showed me the chat. Like,
Wow.
she has this concerns. And ChatGPT actually said, like, maybe you should go and see a specialist at,
Yeah.
well, at Reskin, for instance. And so she messaged us, she's like, listen, ChatGPT told us to come to you.
Yeah.
I'm like,
In that
okay,
case,
yeah,
listen to
listen
chat.
to chat.
Listen to chat. Yeah, no, I honestly feel that we can go
Yo,
on and talk
yeah,
about this because we haven't even spoken about the fact that, men also need
of
these
course,
treatments.
of
Maybe that's for
course.
part two.
Yeah.
That's for part two. This is not your show at the moment. But before I let you go, Johanné, where can anybody that's really wanting to start this journey get hold of you? Because, like we said earlier
Yeah.
on, you need to sit down and have a chat with an expert to kind of make sure
Yeah.
that all the other bad things do not happen to you and
Yeah.
that you get sound and good advice. So, where
Exactly.
can someone get hold of you?
So we are based in Paarl. We are based in Freighter Square, so it's 40A Main Road. You can also look us up on our website, www.reskinaesthetics.co.za. Then we also have an open WhatsApp line. You can get our contact details. It is 063 490 5798. And yeah, but you're welcome to just go online. We do have an online booking platform.
Okay.
Everything is on our website. So
Okay.
if you go on our website, you'll get the location. You can even book online on our booking app if you're not sure what you need. Or we also do, I don't want to say virtual consultation, but we do a WhatsApp consultation as
Okay.
well. So we do get a lot of people that's afar or they can't come necessarily in the weekdays,
Okay.
and they just want to know, listen, will this and this and this work for my skin? And we will ask questions and you can send photos. So we'll explain all of that via WhatsApp. So we do have a very nice open communication with our
Okay.
clients. But the best is to book a consultation. Like I said, it is for free. It will only take a lunchtime, 30
Yeah.
minutes out of your day. And
30 minutes out of your day
out
to
of your,
change the
to,
rest of your life.
I mean,
Yeah,
hello.
yeah.
So yeah, and then we take it from there. So we
Okay.
also we are open every day from 9 to 5, but we also have additional hours. So
Okay.
we open every Saturday from 9 to 2:30. And then we also have additional hours during the week, but you do need to WhatsApp us for that. If you want to come, let's say 5 o'clock after work or before work at 8 o'clock, you can also arrange with us at an alternative time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Reskin. That's who you need to contact. Yone, thank you so much for your time and for just going there with all the information, with the fun facts, with busting some myths for us. And I think we definitely need to do a part two.
Oh,
There's
definitely. There's
so
so
much
many things.
more.
You can really go in depth with
We can
everything.
go in depth. One thing that I found so interesting when you were just breaking down about, the cells talk to each other. you don't think about it that way.
Yeah.
You don't. So thank you. Thank you
Yeah.
for being here and for sharing with us. And I mean, when you know better, you can do better.
Exactly. But thank
Yeah.
you so much for having me.
Only a
And I'm
pleasure.
excited. Yeah. You should
Great.
come and visit.
No, definitely that was an invitation on the mic and it's recorded, so I'm definitely gonna pop in with a visit. Actually, a consultation.
A
That's where
consultation.
it should
That is
start.
exactly.
So thank you so much. And
Yeah.
if you are so tired of looking tired, you got all the details, and we're definitely gonna add it to our chat so that you can reach out for a consultation and that you can take the opportunity to just invest in yourself and invest in your skin, because I think that is the best investment. Until next time, bye.